You know guys, Apple is going big right now. So this is Matthew Marquez again and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to talk about my impressions on the recent Apple WWDC 2020. So before I start this video, if hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, please hit that subscribe button right now. And without further ado, let's get straight to my impressions. So ano nga ba ang mga nirelease nila sa Apple WWDC 2020? I will talk about the two main software updates na ginagamit nating mga Pinoy dito sa Pilipinas. So the first one is the iOS and the second one is the macOS. iOS has its new update, which is the iOS 14, and also macOS has the new update, which is the macOS 11 or the macOS Big Sur. So let's talk about iOS 14. So ano nga bang magiging bago sa magiging iOS natin ngayon? So firstly, they added widgets. Actually, this is not new for iOS users because it is available on the past versions of it. And they just added the functionality to be placed right directly on your home screen. And regarding this, they also added Smart Stacks, which adds the functionality for your widgets to be stacked, of course. Next is App Drawer. So what is App Drawer? Of course, this is also familiar with you guys because it is available on Android phones. It is basically a collection of your apps. And next one is the new Siri interface. What is the new Siri interface? So dati, sinasakop ng Siri ang buong home screen mo or yung buong screen mo when you prompt it. But for the next update, it will just be on your bottom or the lower part of your screen. And Siri is now a little bit more smarter, just like the Google Assistants. Next is App Clips. What is App Clips? It is basically Apple's QR codes. So when you scan something that is Apple Clip related, it pops up on your phone just like a normal app. So next is Compact Calls. This is also related to the new Siri interface, which doesn't acquire your whole home screen anymore. So Compact Calls just appears like a notification. So lastly, and this is the biggest one, Picture-in-Picture. So what is Picture-in-Picture? Actually, this is not new as well because it is available on macOS Mojave, which creates a functionality of you watching a video but you need to do something else. So it just places it on the bottom of your screen, but you can adjust it anywhere. So let's talk about the macOS 11 or the macOS Big Sur. So this is actually the biggest update from Apple. So what is in the new update? Of course, they completely redesigned the interface. And this includes the transparent status bar, the floating dock, and also they redesigned the icons not to be circular anymore but instead square. Next one is the added control center. So this one basically is in your iPhones or iPads. So basically they just transferred it in your Mac so you can access the settings more quickly. And next one is the more advanced privacy settings or privacy options rather from Safari and other applications. So if you want to try these new updates, the link is down below, of course, and it is available at the Apple Beta software program. So let's talk about the Apple Silicon. So right now Apple is transitioning from the Intel-based Macs to their own Apple chipset. So there are pros and cons of course in this category, but also advantages and disadvantages for me as a student. So what are the advantages for me as a student? Of course, I will expect much more performance in their lineup, and it is not going to be limited by Intel's specifications and releases only. So, hindi na sila maghihintay ng mga release na bago ng Intel chipsets unlike the old days. So, they are going to have more control over their chipsets. And this one excites me the most because from other rumors, it is going to have much lesser heat but with more performance than other chips. And for the disadvantage, of course, for me as a student, it is going to have an issue on outdated apps, and it may not be supported on new Apple-based Macs. Anyways, for the transition period, Apple plans a 2-year transition for this change, which is actually enough, I think, and this actually excites new developers, of course. And for this new transition period, which is the 2-year transition, it is going to be starting on the new Mac Minis, which is going to run on the A12Z, which is available on the current iPad Pro models. So with this, Apple Silicon chipset Macs will be starting to be released starting this year, but it will also maintain the Intel-based Macs. And I think this is going to be the end of the video. So if you have any questions, just comment down below and I will answer them. So thank you for watching. This is Matthew Marquez again, and if you like this video, please click that thumbs up button and share it to your friends. And I will see you on the next one.
In October it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every night.